Hi Taurus, welcome to channel 143. I'm Antonia. This is a brand new channel of mine, so let me give you a little bit of my background quickly before I jump into your reading. I am a shaman and Reiki master teacher for close to 17 years. I've been doing this work professionally since I was a teenager. I am also a professional musician, and over the last 10 years or so, I've really exclusively only worked with professional musicians, other people in the entertainment industry. However, I've been channeling to do something a bit different, which is why I'm here. And I am, trusting and answering that call. What I'll be doing on this channel, I'll be doing oracle readings. They are psychic oracle readings. First, I do a spread that is an overall spread. It may cover love, but it covers everything from love, career, health, whatever needs to come up well. And then I do a second spread specific to love. Okay, keep in mind these are general readings, so not every individual message will be for you. Please use your intuition. I recommend that you watch your sun sign and your moon sign to get the most out of these general readings. If you feel like you need something more extensive, I do one-on-one readings via distance or in person here in New York City. Or if I'm traveling in other cities occasionally, I become available because I do extensively travel. Also, my bread and butter is deep soul shamanic healing for those of you who need something more intensive. I'm available via distance and in person as well. Okay, so let's get into your reading. This will be for the time frame of October 15th, 2018, so November 1st. From here on out, I will probably be doing monthly readings at the beginning of the month. However, I wanted to get these videos out without feeling rushed in the month of October and just get this up and running because it's something I've been channeling pretty intensely now for a while. So Taurus, October 15th, so November 1st. I'm going to get a few cards out on the table. And as I get psychic downloads, I will communicate this to you. What I'm getting already, Taurus, does your heart hurt? What's going on with you, Taurus? I'm seeing that you need to cleanse and detox, and this is emotional. Something going on with your heart, not necessarily an illness. For those of you, if it is physical, I'm actually seeing lungs, not heart, and you would greatly benefit from doing some sort of detox, spiritual detox, but also physical detox, but there's something emotional going on, okay? The heart chakra, heart is in a very prominent position. I'm starting to feel the energy of that. Keep in mind, we're in Venus retrograde right now. This can be a very emotional time and a very trying time for people. You'll get through it. It's good to know, though, that that's going on. So you know that these emotions coming up and these tests that are showing up in relationships, maybe old people from the past. It's not random. There's a reason for it. Yeah. You know, Taurus, there are some people in your life who have caused you some pain. It's going to come up during a Venus retrograde, okay? But what I'm getting for you is that people haven't showed up to hurt you. Can you keep that in mind? People haven't showed up with the intention to hurt you. Some of this pain is guiltless. It's unintentional. Some things had to end, and that hurts everybody involved. So try to be a little kinder with yourself. If you are the person who's maybe hurt a partner, say you decided to end a relationship, and maybe that's been difficult for you and your family, or for your former partner, let that go. There's some sort of emotional, not, for some of you, I'm getting emotional trauma. I think for some of you, you've actually gone through some some really intense grief lately, but I think for the majority of you, it's more along the lines of heartbreak via relationship. Give yourself a break. It's great that you're exercising self-love and healthy boundaries, and that you're stepping out of situations that are no longer of your highest good. Spirit is definitely telling you the go for it card. Are you considering getting out of that relationship? You know deep down it's not of your highest good. You can't feel guilty about that, okay? You may be on the receiving end of that. Understand that no one's showing up to hurt you. People may not be showing as much compassion as they should be showing you, Taurus, and that may be weighing heavy on your heart right now, but you are going to get through this. People really are more innocent than maybe they appear right now. But what I'm actually getting, I think more Taurus than their partner. If you're ending a relationship, maybe you're the one choosing to win. Have confidence in this decision. This is showing up after go for it. Okay? Obviously, this doesn't apply to all of you. For some of you, you just have some lingering health issues around the chest area, heart chakra. Okay? It's very important that you cleanse yourself at this time. Spiritually cleanse. Physically cleanse. I know I said that, but it's coming through very strongly. Consider an herbal cleanse if it's safe. That's not always safe for people, but that's my go-to. That helps me the most when I need to detox. Eat a little healthier. Taurus, can you do that? I feel like you're grounded. Sometimes we need to cleanse and detox because we're ungrounded and need to be more connected to our body, but I feel like you're good in that sense. You're grounded. Some of what's happening in your heart chakra causing you turmoil is an imbalance of giving and receiving. Are you giving more love in a partnership? Yeah, you are. You're giving more love than you've been receiving, and I think this has been going on for quite a while, which may be a trigger for you as you're exercising healthy boundaries to either discuss this, communicate, work on it, or step out of the situation. Some of you need to cleanse and detox a union. Do you see this? The wedding card is clarifying. Cleanse and detox for you. Something's going on in long-term relationships. I don't think this is as intense for those of you in shorter-term relationships. And maybe showing up, but I don't think it's quite as difficult. For you, I don't think you're feeling as much guilt. You might be feeling a little bit of pain because breakups are super difficult. But for those of you in the longer term commitments, marriage, you have children, it's a really difficult time and you're feeling really bad about wanting to move on with your life and you can't. You need to trust that the universe is supporting you. And even if you don't have confidence in yourself yet, you need to trust your gut. Trust that you are being divinely guided to make this change in your life. For some of you, committed relationships, you need to detox some sort of energy to reestablish the balance of give and receive, okay? So for some of you, you're not meant to go your separate ways. This will apply more to those of you who are also in those longer-term committed relationships, more than singles. And we'll get into more of a love-specific spread in the next spread that I do, but a lot of relationship stuff is coming through already. So there's something that's weighing very heavy on your heart, Taurus. Is it holding you back? Are you staying in a relationship because you're afraid it's going to hurt your children? What I'm getting is that those around you will handle this better than you realize. And that is time. It's time to see this through. For those of you that that are simply just detoxing, cleansing the energy in a relationship. It could be as simple as just spending a weekend away together to relight the romance, okay? For those of you who sage your house, cleanse your energy. Simple things will help rebalance the giving and receiving, the imbalance of love, the imbalance of compassion. Maybe there's a little lack of gratitude or something. Does that make sense, Taurus? A little detoxing needs to be going on. I do highly recommend a physical detox too for you guys. I don't want to tell you exactly how to go about that because my ways of detoxing may not be best for everybody, but you know, I think this is something you may be familiar with. But some of you, to cleanse and detox means to get out of your marriage. The only way. There's something so toxic in that relationship for you. The only thing that will allow you to progress in the rest of your life, to find, compatible love, to have a healthy body, to move forward in your career, is to get out of this relationship. Some of you are in seriously toxic relationships right now, Taurus. And yet for some reason, even though you know that, it's not even really your fault. It's just, why do you feel guilty? I feel like someone hasn't been super loyal. And yet you still feel guilty walking away from them. Let that go. Let that go. It's time. What do you desire? Okay. Now, I know I started this off by saying, Taurus, people aren't trying to attack and hurt you. I think for a small percentage of you, there's been some disloyalty. But for the most part, I think some of these relationships, people have just outgrown each other. It's more simple than calculated deceit or something more serious, okay? So you're at a point right now where universe is asking you, what do you want? What is it that you want? Do you want a new partner to come in? Do you want deeper love? Do you not want to focus on romantic relationships right now? Do you want to focus on your career? What is it that you want? Universe is asking you strongly right now, even if you have to write it down and brainstorm a little to figure out exactly what it is you want. The universe needs to know so that you can receive it, because you are beginning to manifest things. You want to get out of the poor relationship, and so it's ending. Things are going to start coming through for work, other relationships, but there's a little bit of a disconnect. It's like you're trying to manifest a better life without having the energy you need out there into the universe yet to manifest that better life. So make sure you're putting in a little more work in terms of manifesting. Let the universe know specifically what it is you want. Write a list. It's a new partner. What qualities? What are 5 core things that you cannot live without? So when you meet somebody new, if they have 4 out of those 5, you know, nope, that's non-negotiable. What are those 5 core things? You need to know. Put a note in your phone, physically write it down, hands to paper. As you start to work through this and figure out what you want, it will be a lot easier for you to move forward. Yeah. Okay, let me show you what just came through. Once you clearly decide what you want, right? And universe is saying go for it. Go for what it is that you want. So this applies to relationships, but this also applies to your career. Especially, I'm getting career right now. It's clarified. A shower of abundance. The energy of this is so powerful. It's limitless for you, Taurus. You're almost through the difficulty, okay? And you may, if you're going through a hard time and it's weighing on your heart, you may need to regroup first before the other breakthroughs in other areas of your life, start to come through full circle for you. But you have a lot of abundance coming your way. You may not be able to see it. I think you're a little distracted because your heart hurts. So it's important right now at this time. Do you want to keep focusing in on pain? Do you want to keep feeling guilt where you don't need to feel guilt? Or is it time for you to truly move on with your life and put in a little effort, or a lot of effort, So universe knows exactly what to give you. Ooh, 2 cards coming out at one time. Okay, clarifying having confidence. Having confidence doesn't mean you have to have confidence in yourself. You don't have to know exactly how this will all work out, how everybody's going to react. But you have to trust that you are being supported by universe, okay? It says being clarified by 2 cards with different meanings, but it all ties in. Your soul purpose, your life purpose. You're being called to do something different, okay? And that may require you to end relationships. Now, these relationships don't have to be romantic, Taurus. Are you so loyal to that company you've been working with for the last 15 years? It may be really hard for you to say, hey, I'm an entrepreneur. I'm going to go do something else. You know, I have a better offer at this other company, and I just need to, exercise my mind and my talents in a different kind of a way. So it's time to move on. It is time to move on. Whatever that thing is, that relationship, that work situation, wherever you've been dissatisfied, it's time to move on from that. Why? So you can fulfill your life purpose now. Okay? It'll be something so much more fulfilling. Okay? But this card came out with it. I mean, literally in every video. I keep saying in my videos and individual readings, this card keeps coming out, and I shuffle and I cleanse, and my process is extensive in between people and in between readings to clear energy. So this is a pure space for me to channel for you. So when I get repeat cards, it's like, what's going on in the universe for all of us? Some of us are being too aggressive. Some people are being passive aggressive. That's not the move. You want to fulfill your higher purpose right now? In ending relationships, in ending situations, in new beginnings, new business, whatever it is, there may be some confrontation that comes up, and you need to handle it assertively. Any of the aggression, the passive aggression, whatever kind of aggression it is, it's going to hurt you. It's going to prevent you from a bigger opportunity that will greatly benefit your life. And honestly, if you're too aggressive, if you're not kind and compassionate, especially if you're the one ending relationships, if you just quit a job early without doing it the right way and it's unprofessional, racking up some negative karma is not what you want to be doing toward the end of the year while you're about to go into a year of prosperity in 2019, Taurus. Okay? I want to pull a couple of crowning cards for you. Crowning cards for Taurus. If you're feeling a disconnect from universe right now and you're not sure what the next steps are, ask. We have free will. Universe, our spirit guides, always want to be helping us. But we have to exercise free will. If we don't ask, a lot of times, help isn't going to come through. At least not in the way maybe you need it. It's the same with what do you desire. If the universe doesn't know what it is that you're trying to manifest, how can the universe send you what you want? If you don't know what you want to manifest, how can the universe send you what you want? It's the same thing. Make sure you're putting the energy out. You're asking for help. You're asking the universe for what it is you want. Okay? To be truly fulfilled. I'm feeling like there's one more crowning card here for you, Taurus. But this definitely has a lot to do with love, so I'm really interested to see what comes up in the love spread. For some of you guys, this is probably for a small percentage of Taurus, but this is really positive. For some of you guys, you've gotten out of the relationship, and you already did that. It's been a while. You actually have a new partner in your life because you did that, right? So this isn't new. This isn't within the last month or two. You got out of your relationship, you got out of your marriage, something long-term, and you did the work to heal. And then you attracted a really great person. This is probably the person you're going to wind up with long-term. That's a really good energy. I'm not saying that's not true for all of you. Of course, you can get there. But I'm still getting a small percentage, okay? For the majority of you, I am getting that you're still working through some things, okay? But I'm glad to see some happy Taurus energy coming through. I know this is a little bit of an intense reading. Crowning your reading, energy work. Just telling you to cleanse and detox, right? Maybe you need an herbal cleanse, clean up your diet, sea salt baths, sage your home, sage your office space, sage your phone. Get in the habit of doing this not like once a year, but even more than detox. Sorry guys, my computer has been doing, it's a particular program I'm using to film this. It keeps like going to sleep in the middle and I just keep forgetting to like move the mouse, but it like shouldn't be doing that. So I think just because we're in like a Venus retrograde, it's giving me a little bit of a hard time right now, but it's cool. Some of you need much more than just a detox, okay? But start there. What I was saying before this went to sleep on me is that the cleansing and the detoxing is something that you need to be doing on a more regular basis, Taurus. Keep that energy around you fresh and pure, okay? But for some of you, your heart really hurts. You need some cleansing. You need some help. You need some guidance. You need some deep shamanic work. Reach out to me for this, okay? I'd be happy to help you. Deep meditations, prayer, all of this works. But you do need to heal right now. What you've been doing up until this point isn't enough. But I want you to start out by doing some things on your own and see how that helps you. You do a sea salt bath a couple times in a row, and I would recommend 3 days, 3 baths, back-to-back, consecutive days. Maybe do a Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, or Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, because you have moon energy on both Sunday and Monday. So I like to utilize that when cleansing. That might be all you need. Okay? See if I'm getting anything else for you guys. Yeah. A lot of what's going on has to do with relationships. So I'm going to jump into this in 1 second, but fresh air. I know you're grounded, but you're stressed. You're grounded, but you're stressed. It's almost like you're a little too grounded right now, Taurus. Make sure you go and you connect to Mother Earth. Open your windows in your home, get some fresh air. Be outside in a park somewhere. At least for a few minutes every day. Over the next 2 weeks, try to do that every day. Make sure you're getting some real fresh air and that you're breathing. It's not enough to just be outdoors taking these shallow breaths. When we're not conscious of our breath, we tend to have shallow breaths and we're not fully nourishing our body with the oxygen that our body needs. I'm talking about like deep, 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 deep breaths, okay? That'll be very, very healing for you. But let's jump into love, okay? Let's see what's coming up. Probably clarify this first spread a little more. Taurus and love. October 15th to November 1st. Taurus. I have some good news for you, Taurus. Just let me pull up your card. What happens when you come from a place of self-love? Yes. Oh, yes. Guess who has brand new love coming in, Taurus? Ooh. Ooh. Oh, my God. These cards want to fly out, so. Passion is coming up, Taurus. If you're a little heartbroken, you're about to meet a new love that you are deeply, deeply passionate about. Yay. So do your work. Do your energy work. Do your clearing so this can all come to fruition for you, okay? This love will be more significant than you realize. This will be different than what you've experienced in your past. There'll be a lot of passion, but it will be more than superficial. Okay? It'll be more than superficial, just physical attraction kind of passion. It'll be emotional, intellectual, it'll be spiritual. You're going to feel it. When you're together, it's really going to deeply move you. It'll feel unlike anything you felt before. But what? I'm being cautioned. You're probably attracting more than one person to you right now, especially if you're single. Pay attention to the red flags. Not everybody who comes into your life is meant to be in your life. Please exercise some caution, especially during Venus retrograde. If someone new showed up during Venus retrograde for you, which it will still be Venus retrograde between now and November 1st, that person's probably not meant to stay. They may have showed up to help resolve some karma, so you can appreciate it for what it is. But when the retrograde is over, the relationship will probably come to an end pretty quickly. Pay attention to red flags. If something feels off, it is. It doesn't have to be a major red flag. It can just be something subtle and under the surface. When you're with this person, you start getting sick, you start feeling drained. They're not necessarily doing anything. They show up happy, but they may be an energy vampire of sorts, stealing your energy, or maybe not even that intense. You just may not be compatible once the lesson's learned and the retrograde's done, okay? So don't jump into just like any relationship right now. If you wait for the right person, especially if you wait until this retrograde is over, you have new love that's going to result in this. Mutual romantic feelings. Not just lust. We're talking about real romance here. And you want to know what? What follows the romantic feelings? Engagement. Some of you have already done the work. The self-work. You've gotten out of the bad relationships. You may have even done it last year. So you came into 2018. You met this incredible new love. And now you're about to be engaged. It's very grounded and stable for you. But for those of you who haven't had that experience yet, and you still have some work to do in the process and the healing, understand this new love will result in this. It may not be an actual marriage engagement, not for everybody, but it will result in a more in-depth commitment that will be very worth your time, that may eventually become a true engagement, okay? A lot of good love coming in. Just work through what you have to work through. I think you're okay, Taurus. Like I said, I'm getting more guilt than grief for you. You don't need to feel guilty about this. For those of you in stable, committed relationships, and overall, it's healthy. And you know it's healthy. You know this is a good partner for you. Yeah. Ugh. I have such good energy to show you, but let me get this message out. If you're just going through some little testy things, maybe the last couple months have been a little difficult for you guys, everything's going to be fine, but you do need to give this relationship a chance. It needs more of your energy and your time. Okay? I can't wait. I have to show you this. First of all, if you're in a committed relationship, this person is your true love. You're meant to be with them. Work on it. Absolutely work on it. If your heart feels good, if you feel good more than you don't feel good, and this person is just like, there's so much passion and there's so much love, and you guys have fun together, and you feel deeply compatible with this person, I think some of you will be getting engaged or getting married soon. Maybe you already are married. You're in a good place with this person, okay? But you know who I'm talking to, the people who the relationship needs to end. And for those of you in the great relationships that just need to like spend a little more time with their partner, make sure you're spending time. Keep the romance alive, okay? Don't just like go to work, come home, eat food, go to sleep. Stay up a little later. Keep that passion alive in this relationship. But you guys are you're truly good. This is what I'm most excited about, because for those of you who are in some pain right now, I want to show you what's on the other end of it. I told you new love was coming in. Passionate new love. But it is clarified by the true love card. Taurus, this person will be worth your while. Don't hesitate, though. Don't hesitate. Also, don't settle for like the Venus retrograde, the person who came in to show you a lesson. There's something better. There's something better, okay? just going to pull a few more clarifiers here. Yeah. I mean, some of you are just, you're very attractive. So you're pulling in a lot of potential partners. Make sure you pay attention to the red flag. The first person who shows up that you're kind of interested in. Oh my God, it's such good energy for you guys right now. Don't settle. Don't be with the first person you connect to, especially at this time. It's a warning. But I want to show you something beautiful. I told you on the other side, you go through your breakup, you do the work, then there's passion and new love coming in. You've paid attention to the red flags. You've exercised the healthy boundaries so you don't settle for something that's less than your highest good, okay? On the other side of that was romantic feelings and engagement. What's clarifying this card is past life relationship. This new love is deep. You have been together before. Your souls recognize each other from the first hello. You will feel like you are so deeply in love before you even fully know the other person. But that might be true this past life. This could be true for some of the wrong ones too. It's just it's karmic. Maybe there's some stuff that needs to resolve. But one of those options that you have right now, Taurus, is the real deal. This gets better. Remember I showed you engagement? Engagement is clarified by soulmate. That energy is beautiful. And if you were in a committed relationship, you've done the engagement, you've done the marriage, or you've just been together for a long time. You guys are so in love. Look at this. Look at this. If you're having a hard time, it's almost over. I think a lot of people are having a hard time. But more so for you, Taurus, let go of the guilt. You don't have anything to be guilty about. As long as you're ending things with kindness and you're not racking up any negative karmas, you got out of the relationship before you got into the new one. And for those of you coupled, I really think you're good. Coupled and feel stable, right? Some of you who are coupled, you know you need to go. But for those of you feeling good, it's an affirmation that that's real, that you can trust that. It is a past life, definitely a past life, high-level soulmate connection. You have playfulness at the bottom. What did I say? That person who brings out a lot of passion in you, you have a lot of fun with. It's like you're with your best friend. Those are good indicators that you're with the right person, okay? Trust, getting to know each other. You've got to trust in this process right now. But I want to pull a couple of crowning cards for you. Love yourself first. Self-love is the key to all of this. Heal if you need to heal. You have healthy boundaries so that you're always exercising self-love. And if you're already in the relationship, make sure you don't lose sight of your self-love even then. Just because you get into a relationship doesn't mean that there isn't work that still needs to be done. Make sure you're taking space when you need it. Make sure when you're asking for love, you're receiving it back in abundance. Make sure you're also giving equal love too. Okay? But take care of yourself. The more you work on your self-love, if you're single, the more attractive you'll be. Because if anyone feels like you're codependent, a little clingy, they're not going to be feeling you as much. Not for long term. Not for the long run, okay? Singles, this person's coming in very soon. Could be as soon as the next 2 weeks. I mean, this reading is for October 15th to November 1st. But more realistically, what I'm getting is this. You need to do some healing. And some of that needs to come full circle in the next 2 weeks. But then the rest of this energy, this new love and with self-love at the core, that new love, that great partner will come in very soon for you, okay? Let me see if there's any other crowning cards for you here. Wow, you guys, this is really good energy. I don't think you're concerned about meeting a new person. I think you already know that you will. I think you feel confident. You know that you're attractive. The only thing really holding you back is that guilt. So what can you do? What can you consciously do to let go of the guilt? I asked this question, and I'm going to show you what popped. You are lovable. You got out of a bad relationship. That's a good thing. If you have children that are hurt by this, rest assured that it's a good lesson for them to learn to not settle, right? Your children will be stronger about this than you realize. Your family, your friends, they're not going to judge you. And you know what? The people who do judge you for being self-loving and getting out of a relationship that doesn't serve you, those may not be people that need to be in your life anymore. You know, this can apply to romantic relationships just as much as this can apply to friendships. Are you paying attention to the circle of friends around you? Is their energy in alignment with your core values? Okay? You deserve love across the board. And if you're feeling unloved, you have to know that that's about to come to an end, but you need to love yourself first. The only way that you're going to get from this place of feeling unloved or this guilt or the stuck or the whatever, the stagnant energy of relationships and love, is to exercise self-love. This is the key to all of this. You do this, you focus on this, that big love's coming through. I'm telling you, that true love. Have faith. Have faith. Things aren't as bad as they seem for you, okay? I think right now, the next 2 weeks, like that heaviness, oof, work through that. You have to consciously work through that energy so the rest of this can fully manifest for you. But you're good, Taurus, okay? That great love, that new love, that true love, the engagement, the soulmate, the passion. It's as though it's already arrived. The energy is so close to you, okay? You got to trust that. Very soon. Well, thank you guys for tuning into channel 143. I'm so grateful to connect to you. I will be back for November 1st Oracle readings. Please subscribe at the top of the page here. I am, starting out, and I am brand new. So I appreciate with so much gratitude all of the support that you guys show me. I know there are so many other channels and so many other videos that you can click on. So if you wound up here, thank you. I am sending you so much love and so much light, Taurus. I am excited to hear how this all truly works out for you. I cannot wait to hear about this new love that comes in because you deserve it, okay? Sending you love and light. And I'll talk to you guys very soon. I'll see you November 1st. Ciao.